Hey guys, it's Emma. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another day of Vlogmas reading Christmas books. Hey guys, it's Emma. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another day of Vlogmas. I look a little hairy right now. It's just freezing in my house, so I have this hoodie on. Have the glow of my Christmas tree on right now and the candles and everything. It's so nice in here. It smells so good and I feel so cozy right now. Speaking of feeling the Christmas cozy vibes, I didn't even do that on purpose actually, but we are going to be doing a reading vlog, and this reading vlog is going to be reading Christmas books and like winter themed books, but I think they're all going to be Christmas books and I am so excited. I have 4 books that are on my radar that I want to read. If it all goes as planned and if I read them, you know, quick, I'll be able to read all 4. I'm going to reveal them later on in this video, but the first one that I want to read is My December Darling by Lauren Asher. Lauren Asher is the author of the Dirty Air series, the Lakefront Billionaire series, and the Dreamland Billionaire series. I love her books so much, so I am so happy that she came out with this Christmas book. It's actually a novella, so it's not that long, so I could definitely get this done quick. And I think it's about a wedding. So the main character, I think her name is Catalina. I don't know how to say that in English. Catalina, like, oh, that doesn't sound great, but she is the maid of honor to her sister's wedding, and her sister is getting married to her ex, which is a little crazy to me, but that's that. And then the guy's best man is his best friend, and she absolutely hates him, I think, and she's like has to remember that that is her ex's best friend. But I think the guy is like obsessed with her or something, or he's like, he kind of like has a crush on her. That's what I got off the summary of the book, because I don't know why, but I ended up reading it just to see what it was kind of about. But I haven't started it. I've been waiting to start this video to start this book, but I'm actually kind of excited to see where this story is gonna go, because it sounds like an interesting plot. Even though it's a novella, I feel like it's gonna be kind of entertaining still. It doesn't sound like it's gonna be too Christmassy, like in your face. It's like a wedding taking place in the winter time, so we'll see. I have it on my Kindle. I obviously don't have the physical book, but yeah, I'm gonna start it. First chapter, Catalina, but yeah, I'm gonna start it right now. I just started chapter 2, which is in Luke's point of view, the male main character, and tell me why I already love him. Literally the second page on my Kindle, at least, because he calls her by her first name, and I guess she doesn't like her like first, like, or not her first name, her full name. And he says, she probably thought I did it strictly because I like to annoy her, but I just think her name is beautiful. This is how we're starting this? And then he says, the waitress interrupts the table's conversation by asking for our orders. Everyone but me, the guy who didn't look at the menu because he was too focused on the beautiful, irritated brunette sitting across from him, knows what they want to eat, so I pick the first thing I see. And then he says, Catalina snorts, and hell, it sounds a lot cuter than it should. Like this, if this is how we're starting it, we're off to a good start. Hey guys, so it is the next day. I've gotten 45% through this book, and I'm actually really enjoying it. Like, if this was a full-length book and not a novella, I think it would be so good, because since it's a novella, things are like moving a little fast. Like in the beginning of the book, it says that they've like crossed paths like 4 or 5 times already, so it's like, damn, like we didn't get to see like their first like raw interaction. What we're getting is them like interacting more and like actually talking to each other, because the main character's sister is getting married to her ex, and then her ex's best friend is the best man, and she's the maid of honor. So now they're just like kind of talking, and her sister is friends with that best man, so they're like always hanging out together. And it was kind of explained like the relationship between her and her ex that her sister is marrying. And honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this, but the way it was described, it was like they didn't really date, so it wasn't that weird. And I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense. Like, it doesn't look as bad. Like, they were just like going on dates. Catalina, she also like she's a travel nurse because she doesn't really like staying in one place, and that's like kind of the thing of this book. Like everyone knows like she's not gonna stay for long after this wedding, so like, you know, whatever. But yeah, that was explained and that makes a lot more sense. And the male main character, I am loving him so far. Like just by the things he says and does, you could tell he's like kind of obsessed with Catalina, and I'm just loving it. I'm gonna read some quotes that I wrote down and took a picture of. Literally last night I took a picture of this, and then I think this was this morning, and then I have one written down. It says, most people in town call Catalina the ice queen, but everyone has a melting point. I just haven't found hers yet. Stop. This was in her point of view. She said, I hate that he's funny. It would be hell of a lot easier to ignore him if he wasn't actively trying to not only talk to me, but make me laugh too. And this was just like, I highlighted this because I was like, that's so real. Like when a guy is funny, it's like, it's so hard to be mad at a guy that's funny. Like genuinely funny. Not a guy that like tries to be funny and it's like cringy funny. Like a guy that's genuinely funny and genuinely makes you laugh. It's so hard because it's like, you can't, because they're always making you laugh. Yeah, I just highlighted that because I was like, that's so real. This was in his point of view. He said, I desperately want to hear the sound, so I admit something that not even Aiden knows. The sound of like her laugh, because she like stifled her laugh like with her hand, and he was like, I wish she didn't cover it so I could hear it. And I was like, whatever. He says something there, and then the last paragraph, like his thoughts, it says, she finally cracks and a soft laugh pours from her lips, feeding me in a way food never can. Catalina isn't the type for loud belly laughs that leave someone's stomach aching, but I've never heard a better sound than the one she makes because of me. Like, tell me why a little cute little December novella is making me giggle and like smile. It is so good, actually. Like, I'm shocked by how good it is. And like throughout the book, you could tell that he is definitely a flirt, and he's not scared to like say what's like on his mind. And he's more like of a confident flirt, but like when she gives some sort of like interaction back that shows she's a little interested, he gets nervous, and it's the cutest thing ever. But she doesn't usually like flirt back, and he's more confident flirting because she's a little like closed off. Like in the quote it said like everyone sees her as like the ice queen. She's like getting very comfortable with him, and I'm really enjoying it, honestly. He's also so thoughtful. There's like little things he does that shows that like he's thoughtful. Like he's like listened to what she likes, or he's paid attention to like stuff she's like used or done. Yeah, it's actually really cute, and it's so easy to get through, again because it's a novella, so it's super short. Literally I'm almost 50% through it, and I'm only on chapter 13, so you can tell it is a short book. Again, the only thing is that I wish we would have seen like that first like raw interaction of them, because we're getting them like kind of already knowing like of each other, like kind of past each other in the past. Now we're getting them like interacting with each other, which it isn't terrible, but obviously we have to work with it because it's a novella, so you're not gonna get like every single detail. Yeah, so far I'm really enjoying it, and I was gonna update you guys at the 50% mark point, but I just had so much to say that I was like, I'm just gonna update right now. Yeah, I'm gonna read in a bit because I have other stuff that I need to do today, but I think I'll probably read again at night. I'll probably honestly finish it at night, because if I'm not mistaken, I think it says I have like an hour and a half left on my Kindle. Yeah, it says I have an hour and 40 minutes left, so that's honestly not that bad. I think I could definitely finish like sometime tonight and give you guys that update. But yeah, just wanted to pop in, update you guys, and say that I'm actually loving it. But I shouldn't be shocked, because like Lauren Asher, she knows how to do like a flirty man. She knows how to do a good romance. So yeah, but I will see you guys later. Hey guys, so it is the next day. I think I finished My December Darling yesterday morning, I think, and I never give you guys an update, so I'm gonna give it to you guys right now. I think I'm gonna end up giving this book either 3.5 stars or 3.75. The reason why I'm like in between those is because like it feels like a 3.5, but then it's also like I feel like 3.5 is too low, but then 3.75 is so specific that it's like I should just give it a 3.5. So I don't really know, but basically my overall thoughts, I really did enjoy it. I really liked the male main character Luke, and I also liked the female main character. I really liked their dynamic, and I honestly feel like if it wasn't a novella, like if it was an actual like longer Christmas book, I still feel like Christmas books should be short. I am happy with the length of it, like it wasn't too long but it wasn't too short. I definitely wish we got a little bit more of like how they initially met, and I think I said that because we kind of hear like throughout the book that he wishes that he talked to her sooner and didn't avoid her for like 2 years, and I was like, wow. So they like knew of each other's existence for 2 years they just never said anything to each other, that they had like passed by each other like a couple of times but like never really spoke or like interacted that much. What we get is like their first like longer conversation, so I guess it does make a little bit of sense, but I wish we got that initial like, I don't know, like reaction and like their initial thoughts on each other, like first seeing each other, like just first words for each other, because that's what you usually get in like a romance book. But I'm not too mad about it because I did really like their romance. I'm kind of already forgetting his name. It's Luke, right? I'm pretty sure it's Luke. Luke, you could tell he has such a big crush on her, and it's just the way he talks about her, like in his point of view, like to himself. It is the cutest thing ever. Like, again, you could tell he has such a big crush, and when he talks to her, he flirts and he's so confident, and she's not the type to flirt back because, again, she's just not open like that. But when she does flirt back and like when she's getting more comfortable with him and she flirts back, he gets so nervous because he's like kind of just thrown off that she's flirting with him, and it just makes him nervous, and it's the cutest thing ever. And then you see in her point of view that she's like, well, he's always so confident, and like the fact that he could go from confident to nervous is like the cutest thing ever. And yeah, literally me reading, I was like, why is he so cute? Yeah, I really did enjoy it. The Christmas aspect, it wasn't too in your face, like this is a Christmas book, but it would talk about like, oh, this room is decorated for Christmas, and like they feel the holiday spirit. So I really liked that because it's like, it's not too in your face. They're not doing like Christmas activities and like, oh, let's go ice skating and let's throw snowballs at each other. Like, it's not too much about Christmas, but there's still little hints that, you know, it is the Christmas time and New Year's Eve and all of that. So I did enjoy this book. I would recommend reading it. Again, it's just Lauren Asher. I love her writing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end up giving it around like 3.5 stars. And the next book we're gonna be reading for this reading vlog is Love Light Farms. I started it yesterday and I got to chapter 5. I started listening to the book on Spotify because I was like driving, but I also wanted to start the book, so I just listened to the first 4 chapters. And basically it's about, what's her name? Stella. Basically Stella has this Christmas tree farm that is not really doing great right now, and she basically enters like a competition into like on Instagram from like a famous like Insta-famous person, I don't even know. Basically she wins like the publicity so that everyone could come to the tree farm, and she also gets like a cash prize. She has to but she has to tell her story and like what the Christmas tree farm is, what it means to her, like who is the owner of it. Basically she writes in that she runs the Christmas tree farm with her boyfriend, and she basically like lies about this. She doesn't have a boyfriend, but she lies about it because the influencer that she's like entering the competition for, she's known to like love like romances and love like a good story. So she basically lied about it to, you know, win the competition. And so for a week, I think they just have to like pretend for a week that they're dating. I don't really know why. I don't know if the influencer is like coming to look at the tree farm. I'm not really sure, but I know for a week they have to pretend to be dating. And she basically asked her best friend Luca, which you literally get introduced to in the first page of the book. Like they're on the phone, like just casually talking to each other, and you could tell like they're very close, like best friends. The only thing is that it's told only in her point of view, which sucks because the way that she's talking about him, like in the first few chapters, you could tell that she has had a crush on him, or like she's had thoughts about having a crush on him, and she's like, no, I would never go there because like I don't want to ruin our friendship. She's had these thoughts about him, and then sometimes it's like overwhelming thoughts that I'm like, whoa, she kind of like really likes him. It kind of feels like he doesn't like her back, but I feel like he might, just because of like the romance. Like I feel like he might like her back, but we just don't know yet. So I kind of wish we had his point of view just to see how he's feeling and how he's always felt about her, especially because they've been best friends for such a long time. And I feel like that would be the type of book to include both point of views, since they've been best friends for such a long time, and to see where he stands with her. I used to love Friends to Lovers, and I think I still do, but I like Friends to Lovers when they meet in the book and they become friends. This one, they're already starting as best friends and then they become lovers. I'm assuming it's a romance book, but I don't really know. But I'm excited to see where this book is gonna go. I also think this one might not be like too much in your face like Christmas, because they're kind of just like running like a Christmas tree farm. But I don't know, we'll see. Again, I'm only 40 pages through this book, so I'm gonna read right now. We'll see how far I get through it. But yeah, this is the next book we are starting. So it's a few days later. I don't know when the last time I updated this video was, but I do know that I definitely told you guys I started Love Life Farms. I think the last time I updated you guys I was like 5 chapters through. Not quite sure, but I am now 50% through. I'm about to start chapter 14. I read a little bit right now and I'll probably continue, but I did want to give you guys a halfway update and how I'm feeling about the book, what's happening, all of that. So as you guys know, they're basically fake dating so that they can convince this like Instagram influencer that she is actually with like her boyfriend and like they're actually working this Christmas tree farm together. Yeah, so that's basically what is told in the back of the book. They're pretending to be together so that it looks romantic for this influencer so that she could win the cash prize, whatever. We're halfway through and the influencer still has not arrived. I don't know, I'm kind of waiting. Like, it did say that was gonna happen in the back of the book, and all we've gotten is some background on like not even really their friendship. Like, we already know that they've been friends for a long time, and we know that she's kind of had this crush on him for a long time. And actually in the few chapters that I just read, they've actually just admitted to each other like their feelings, and that before the influencer comes, they're going to try and test it out and see like how it goes, like them admitting their feelings for each other or something like that. But yeah, and then before before what I just said, I got like ahead of myself, but they were talking about like kind of like issues that they have with their families, the female main character and the male main character, like stuff that's going on, like personal issues. I know I did say when I did like the TBR video, I think like my Christmas TBR, I know this is known for like its romance. Like, it's a very popular book, like not only a Christmas book, well, obviously a Christmas book, but it is like, I heard it was like a good romance. And I guess when they say good romance, like it means that they have like more depth to it than like just a cute little Christmas book. And I don't know, I feel like when I read a Christmas book, I'm going into it for the Christmas vibes. This one is more of just like a book and it's set during the Christmas time, if that makes any sense. Like, I want a book to be all about Christmas if I'm reading it during Christmas for the Christmas vibes. This one's just kind of like set around that time. We're not really getting much like festive things mentioned, so reading this book, I'm not really like in the Christmas mood. Like, it's not getting me, I don't know, it's not giving Christmas like it should be. Yeah, I don't really hate the relationship between the two main characters, but I'm not loving it either. I don't know, nothing's really standing out to me. They're just kind of like, they're just like there right now. But yeah, half of the book, like I said, I'm halfway through the book, and I feel like they've only been like practicing how to date so that when the lady, like the influencer, comes, they look like they're actually dating. So we've literally spent half of the book like reading about that, like them practicing dating and like just honestly like just watching them being friends. Like, we're just kind of like following along. I don't know, I am kind of annoyed that that the influencer hasn't even come and like we haven't been feeling the Christmas spirit. So yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling about this book right now. Like, there's not anything bad about it. Like, it's not a bad book, it's just not giving what I wanted it to give, which is like the Christmas vibes and like even the plot that I said it was gonna happen. Like, we're halfway through and it still hasn't happened. So hopefully in the next half of the book we're gonna start getting to it. But I think in the last chapter it just said like there's still like a week until the influencer comes. Like, that week they're gonna use that time to like see how they are around each other now that they know their true feelings. So we still have to watch all of that and then wait until the influencer comes. Don't really know what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna keep reading. Like I said, I'm halfway through the book right now. Let me try and find like the actual percentage. I'm 54%. Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna finish it. It is kind of late right now. It's like 8 o'clock. I think I have about like maybe 2 hours left of the book. Yeah, it's like about 2 hours left of the book. So yeah, I don't know if I'll finish it today, but I am definitely gonna continue reading right now. So yeah, before I end it there, I wanted to mention it. The next chapter just started and it reminded me because it started off as Thanksgiving at Luca's house, whatever. Yeah, it's currently Thanksgiving in this book right now. We're halfway through the book and it's Thanksgiving. I don't know. Yeah, just wanted to bring that up, mention that too. Now I'm gonna go. guys, so it is a little dark in here, but I don't feel like turning anything. Well, I'll turn on my lamp. Oh my gosh, I look crazy. I just finished Love Light Farms. I was in the living room and the TV, or not the TV, the Christmas tree lights ended up turning off, so I just came back to my room and finished the like 4 pages I had left. Yeah, I finally finished this book. I honestly feel like I've been reading this book forever, but I feel like that's also because I didn't enjoy it that much. It is crazy to say that I enjoyed the novella that I read before this by Lauren Asher more than this one, because that was a novella and this is like an actual book, and I feel like I just had like high hopes for this one. I've been wanting to read this one for a long time. Like, a lot of people liked it. Like, I know a lot of people like this book. I heard a lot about it. I just didn't enjoy it that much. The romance in here, I think I would have liked it more if we had the male main character's point of view, like towards the end, or at least in the book. I don't know, I didn't really see it on like the audiobook, but at least in my book we had like 2 chapters at the end in Luca's point of view, and those chapters made such a big difference. I was like, oh my god, this is literally so cute. So if the whole book would have been in like dual point of views, I would have liked it so much more. Like, it would have been so much better. I would have been able to enjoy the romance more. It wouldn't have quite been extremely better. I would have just been more invested in the romance, because also this book takes, it doesn't really, I don't feel the Christmas spirit in this book, because yeah, she owns a Christmas tree farm, but I feel like we don't really get much of that. Like, even when this Instagram like influencer comes, she's literally only there for like the last 5 chapters of the book. Like, probably like she's there for like this much of the book, I want to say. Yeah, she just like wasn't there for a long time, and I feel like that in the back, that's what the whole point of the book is about. Yeah, like I feel like we just saw them fake dating for no reason, the trial run fake dating, and then when the influencer actually got there, obviously that's when it would make more sense for the fake date. But again, it was literally like this much of the book that we were looking at. So yeah, I just didn't enjoy it that much. It's not like I hated anything about it. Like, yeah, there were little things that I didn't like, but that's not gonna take away a bad star rating for this book. Like, I think I'm just gonna give it 3 stars. It wasn't terrible, wasn't amazing, kind of just like in the middle, because the romance was cute. Again, I wasn't that invested in it, but I can acknowledge that it was a cute romance, because at the end when we got in his point of view, I was like, okay, this is so cute. Like, if we would have gotten this the whole book. Yeah, I think I'm just like in the middle of this book, so I think I'm gonna end up giving this book 3 stars, but at the end of the video I'm gonna like actually tell you my for sure rating, because I just have to like settle on how I fully feel about this book. So for right now, I'm thinking 3 stars, but we'll see by the time I finish all the books for this video how I feel. Now that we finished that book, we're gonna start another book, and this next book that we're starting is kind of like an unknown book. Like, I haven't ever seen anyone read this book or heard anyone read this book, but I found it on Goodreads like a few months ago, and I was like, oh my god, I have to read this during the Christmas time. Like, it's my favorite characters. It's basically a novella of the Chestnut Springs characters during the Christmas time. And you guys know I love Chestnut Springs. I love those characters, and they literally have a Christmas novella. It's super short. It's just called Christmas in Chestnut Springs, and it says a Chestnut Springs holiday novella, and it's literally, look how short. It's literally 5 chapters. It is super short. I'm guessing it's 5 chapters for like each couple. I am so excited to read it, no matter how short it is. It literally says it's 69 pages on my phone. So it's extremely short, and I think I'll probably just start it right now, finish it right now. Yeah, it's short, and I feel like I might really love it, because I already love these characters. I'm so connected to them. So just to like be hanging out with them again is just gonna be so much fun. So I'm literally going to, I wanted to download it on my Kindle, but for some reason it's not popping up. Like, I tried to transfer it from my phone to my Kindle. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna read it on my phone. I'll see you guys probably in like 30 minutes to tell you guys how I felt about it. Don't know if you guys can see that because it's not focusing. Chapter 4, and it's Theo. If you guys know how I feel, you guys know I'm going crazy right now. Hey guys, so it is the next morning, and as you guys saw yesterday, I did finish Love Light Farms, gave you guys kind of a review on that, and then I told you guys I was gonna read the Chestnut Springs novella, like Christmas novella, and I did end up finishing that last night, and it was literally so good. I missed those characters so much. It felt like you know, when you haven't seen your family in such a long time and you miss them, like that's literally how I feel. I feel like these people are my family, and yeah, just like reading about them again, I was giggling every single page that I was reading. I was highlighting so much. Like, again, it was only like 69 pages on my phone. I think I checked Goodreads and it's actually supposed to be like 43 pages. The fact that I'm like giggling, smiling, highlighting for a 43-page book just because I'm so connected to the characters is honestly crazy. So yeah, I don't really know what to rate the novella because again, it's a novella, 43 pages. I don't know what to rate that. I was thinking about just giving it 4 stars because I'm already so connected to the characters and it was super cute. Even in the 40 pages, you could tell it was the Christmas time, like Rhett and Summer in the first chapter, like they're pranking Kate and Willa for their kids for Christmas, like to make it seem that Santa came. And then Kate and Willa are opening presents the morning of with their kids. Jasper and Sloan, Theo and Winter, they went like skiing or skiing, I think. Oh no, they went on a sleigh ride or something, right? I don't really know. And then Winter gives birth to her new baby. And then Bo and Bailey, they make like a dinner for Christmas night and they bring it over to like where Winter just had the baby because she wasn't able to go to the hospital. All that, but it is literally so cute. Literally so cute. Yeah, I loved it. Even though it was short and sweet, I had a great time reading it. So yeah, I think I'm just probably gonna give that 4 stars because, you know, it was cute. Got to see my favorite characters again. And yeah, so that was the 3rd book we read for this video. Now the next book I'm reading for this video is a new release. And you've probably heard about this author and probably about this book because she has been like kind of getting popular now. And I'm gonna be reading The Christmas Tree Farm by Lori Gilmore. She wrote The Pumpkin Spice Cafe and The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. I don't know if you guys can see the little pictures of them in the back, but I read both those books and they're honestly really cute books. I didn't really like The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore because it was giving like fall vibes. In the book, it's taking place in like the summer. So that one I was really conflicted by because I only go into her books because of like the season. You know, like when you pick up this book, you're going in it for the Christmas vibes. Like this is probably one of the most beautiful covers I've like read from this year. I love this cover so much. I really just read her books for like the season like feeling. So I'm really hoping we'll get that in this book. The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, I really did like. It was giving fall vibes. I felt like I was in the fall time when I read that book. So hopefully this is the same for the winter Christmas season. And yeah, I'm really excited. The romances are usually just cute and sweet. Nothing really crazy. So yeah, we'll see what is happening here. I don't even know, like I don't even know what this book is about. I haven't even read the back. Let's actually read it. It says, a small town spicy festive romance. Kira North hates Christmas, which is unfortunate since she just bought a Christmas tree farm in town that's too cute for its own good. Bennett Ellis is on vacation in Dream Harbor trying to take a break from both his life and his constant desire to always fix things. But somehow fate finds Ben trapped by a blanket of snow at Kira's farm, and despite her grinchiest first impressions, with the glow of the fairy lights twinkling in the trees and the promise of a warming hot chocolate, maybe, just maybe, these two lost souls will have a Christmas they'll remember forever. So it sounds cute. We have a little bit of a Grinch character in here. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully the vibes are great for this book. Again, I'm obsessed with this cover. This is literally such a cute cover. Yeah, this is the next book I will be reading. Lighting right now because the sun is hitting the house in front of us and they have like glass like windows or something, so it's hitting me in a weird way right now. But if it doesn't bother you too much, I'm gonna talk about the book I've been reading, which is actually the last book for this video. I think I said that, but I've been reading The Christmas Tree Farm and I actually got 50% through the book yesterday, which is a shocker because I feel like I haven't been able to get through a book that quick in a day in such a long time. Yeah, I guess I'm either back or I'm really enjoying this book because this book is just so cute. I love her books. Well, I didn't like the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, but I did like the Pumpkin Spice Cafe just because of like the setting in the book. It's just so cozy and I love it so much. And then at the beginning of this book, it has like the map of the town and just looking at it looks so cute. It reminds me of Gilmore Girls, which also the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, I knew automatically it was gonna remind me of Gilmore Girls, which the author's name is Lori Gilmore and one of the mom's name in Gilmore Girls is called Lorelai Gilmore. I don't really know, But yeah, everything about this book is literally so cute. The setting, the characters, I'm really liking the romance in this book. I feel like even halfway through, we are not getting much of their romance, but I am actually, that's a lie. We're getting little like hints that they do like have a crush on each other. The female main character, like I said, she's like not grumpy, but I feel like it is kind of like reverse grumpy sunshine. Like she's the one that's more like not open to like getting to know people in the town, and he's the one that's more like open to like getting to know her and like at least being her friend. Yeah, honestly, it's super cute. The romance is really cute, but it's still like developing, and I like that. I don't like when halfway through the book the couple is already together. And yeah, the fact that they're still developing and we're halfway through, I'm really liking. And then just like, I don't know, just everything about this book, it's so cute for a Christmas book. So yeah, I'm gonna continue reading right now. I'm on chapter 16, halfway through, like I said. Yeah, hopefully I'm gonna finish it today. My audiobook says I could finish in like 2 hours, so that is great. That was my little update on this book. I'm really liking it so far. So yeah, and also I've been highlighting a lot for some reason. Like this page is highlighted, this page is highlighted, that page was highlighted. Just I feel like I'm highlighting a lot more than I usually would, like for this small little like book. I don't know, I'm liking it, and I think this might be my favorite book of hers. I'm gonna keep reading it, and then I'll probably let you guys know, more of my updates, or probably when I finish the book. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, I'm gonna keep reading. Really loving this romance, and when I've read her past few books, I've always said that I go into them for the vibe of the book. Like her past 2 books, I was going into it because they were like around, or they looked like they were like around the fall time, and all I wanted was like that fall vibe for the setting. The romances have been cute in her books, but it's like nothing too crazy. But the romance in this book is honestly so cute. I lost my page in the book. I'm actually really liking it, and I don't know, I just feel like these characters have so much more depth to them, and they feel more real than the characters in the other 2 books. Because I don't know, Kira, she's very, closed off. She's not really open to like getting to know people in the small town, but when she's around them, she's like kind of just like, hey, like I don't know, maybe it's because I relate to her and I kind of like her. And just the way she is with Bennett, the male main character, she's just so real. She's such a real character. Like when he flirts with her, she's like, oh my god, shut up, like you're actually just so annoying. And it's just so real. Usually characters in books, like they'll be like, oh, and she got flustered and like smiled at him, and this girl, she's like, what? Like, what are you saying? She kind of like takes a compliment. She's like, did he really just say that about me? But then she's like, why are you saying that? Like, just be quiet. And I love it. I literally love it. Like she was like, oh, like I thought you were too wholesome for me. And he goes, because you're usually attracted to assholes. And she goes, basically yes. She's so real. She's literally so real. He goes, but you're attracted to me? And she goes, yeah. And then she goes, and you're attracted to me? And he goes, have been since the day I met you. And she says, liar. And then he goes, it's true, Scout's honor. And then a little bit later, he says, okay, so maybe not since that very first moment, but every moment since. You are gorgeous, you must know that. It says, she rolled her eyes like she was tired of hearing it, but a shy smile played around her lips. Still nice to hear every once in a while. And the way she said it made him think she hadn't heard it nearly enough. And then he says, those assholes you dated must not have said it enough. He kissed her again, unable to stay away now that they've started. You are effing beautiful. And I just like love it. Like he's not discouraged by like the way she acted with him like the first time they met. Like every time after that he wasn't discouraged. He was just like, that's just like how she is. Because every time he went to the Christmas tree farm to like help with something or just talk to her, he could tell that she was like talking to him a little bit more and being a little bit nicer, and he was like, I could definitely crack this girl. And just the determination on this man is just so attractive. I don't know, the reassurance that he's giving her, knowing that she needs it, is just so perfect. Yeah, I'm honestly just really liking the romance, which is a shocker because I was just going into the book for the Christmas vibes, and now I'm actually liking the romance. So I'm gonna continue reading. I'm about to finish the chapter I just started, so yeah. guys, so it is the next day and I'm here to finally talk about all the books I have read for this Christmas reading vlog video. Yeah, so we're literally just gonna talk about all the books and then close it off. So the first book I started with in this video was My December Darling. I ended up giving that book 3.5 stars. It was so good for a Christmas book, and on top of that, a novella. It was short and sweet. It didn't need to be longer. The only thing, like I said a couple times, was that since they knew each other beforehand, like knew of each other, we weren't able to get that initial reaction and attraction to each other. We did kind of miss out on that, but seeing how much the male main character liked the female main character was so good to watch. I love a male main character that is just obsessed with the female main character, and he shows that too. And I really like the female main character, the way she was kind of closed off in the beginning and slowly warmed up to the male main character. It was honestly so cute. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna be ending up giving this book is 3.5 stars. It is kind of hard to give a Christmas book higher than something in the 3-star range because it's not a book that like you're gonna reread like whenever, like maybe reread during the Christmas time, but Christmas books are just harder because they're purely for the Christmas time. So yeah, just keep that in mind when I'm giving you guys the ratings for the rest of the books. But the next book I read in this video was Love Light Farms, and I think I am going to end up giving this book 3 stars because I wasn't that invested into the storyline of this book. I honestly didn't feel too much in the Christmas spirit. Even though she owned this like Christmas tree farm, it was more of like her trying to get it back like up and running. There was a lot of stuff going on with the Christmas tree farm and she wanted to like get it back. I feel like the whole thing was advertised to be kind of this cute fake dating Christmas tree farm book, and it just wasn't that, because the book is taking place like a few weeks before Thanksgiving and you see all of that happen. I don't even think you get to New Year's Eve. So the time that this book takes place in, and I don't know, just the romance, it just wasn't that entertaining and intriguing to me to be like super hooked on the book. So yeah, I am gonna give it 3 stars. It wasn't a terrible book, but it wasn't amazing. It was just kind of right in the middle. No very like strong feelings about it towards either side. So yeah, I'm gonna end up giving it 3 stars. Then I ended up reading the very, very short Christmas novella for Chestnut Springs by Elsie Silver, and this one, I don't know why, I'm pretty sure I said I was gonna give it 4 stars, which is a little bit crazy because again, it was a very short book. Thinking back on it, I don't think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I think I'm just so connected to the characters already that it isn't fair to give it 4 stars. I probably won't think about this book too much because it was super short. The stuff that happened in the book, it was just like a very light-hearted book. It was just to like see the characters again, I think. It was cute. So I am gonna give it 3.5 stars because I do, of course, I love the characters. I love seeing all of them. Just the family aspect of it, I love it so, so much. So yeah, I'm gonna end up giving this 3.5 stars. And then the last book I read for this video was The Christmas Tree Farm, and I was thinking about giving this book 4 stars because it just was that good, and maybe by the end of the year I will switch it to 4 stars. I'm still kind of in between because I did finish this book last night. I think I'm gonna give it 3.75 stars because I feel like this was the best book I read in this video. The romance in this book, I didn't expect it to be good because again, I go into her books more for the vibe and just the setting of the books. It feels so cozy. But I actually really loved the romance in this book. Both characters were very likable and real characters, and just their dynamic together was so cute. Yeah, everything about this book was so cute. The setting and the Christmas vibe also was amazing. They had like an event in the town square. They light up the Christmas tree, and then her Christmas tree farm, there's like, she helps the families like cut down the trees. There's a Santa meeting there. It is just so cute. The vibe of this book, everything about it was just so cute for a Christmas book. So like I said, it is hard to rate a Christmas book super high because it's like, I'm probably never gonna read this again. I am thinking about, honestly, this might be like an annual Christmas reread just because of how cozy it was. Again, it's just a book to read only during the Christmas time, so it is harder to rate it a super high rating, but I think 3.75 stars or 4 stars, I am still kind of in between, is the perfect rating for this book. So yeah, honestly, if you have not read this book, I really do think you should read it because it is such a cute Christmas book. Yeah, if you don't read it before December is done, save it for next year because I think it's just such such a cute Christmas book. Yeah, those are the books I read for this video. I'm so happy I read 4 Christmas books because I think last year I only read 2 and I just didn't feel that much in the Christmas mood while reading them. It was 2 books that I didn't really enjoy that much either, so reading these books that I actually feel like were much better than the ones I read last year feels so good. So yeah, honestly, I recommend everyone to read all of these books because at the end of the day, they are Christmas books. They are holly and jolly. So yeah, that is going to wrap up today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog. Make sure to give it a like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you know when I post my next video. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another day of Vlogmas. Bye!